We have Land Nomad for SmallF21, picking Mayans for a land map, obviously, because that's their strength. Their strength is not really on water. And quite an accomplishment of Papafufas to win the first game, but to contest Mayans on Land Nomad, that is going to be a tough one. If the Mayans can get to some of the neutral stones, get to the castle, and get to a critical mass of plumed archers, you'll just be looking at an army that's really tough to fight back, especially for Persians who only get longswordsmen. That's where their infantry line stops. So they'll have to rely on cavalry units to counter eagle raids as well. And the plumed archers, the Persians lacking bracer as well is also tough for the Imperial Age countering of Mayans. But let's look at the starting points here. Papafufas with the Persians here. Up in the north near a wood line. We'll have some access to boars right by the TC spot. Something that will hopefully be scouted by this goose. One found already. Let's look at SmallF21 starting point with 3 villagers building here, 2 geese already right by, and a boar just right next, ready to be taken here. Looks like SmallF might be getting the TC up first. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a 20% lead there, so that's already going to help Mayans a lot here with getting the villagers out slightly earlier. And actually not getting loom here, but here comes loom. That's usually the first thing you do as Mayans, but if you had a food source to begin with, if SmallF21 had remembered to build a house here, it would absolutely be justified to just start collecting food and getting the production started. So the count evening out a little bit here with loom being researched as is customary for Mayans. Maybe for a little bit forgetful here by SmallF21, forgetting the Mayans start by looking for the TC spot. While we're waiting for some progression through the ages here, I'll fast forward a bit and we'll see if we can catch some feudal age actions. Mayans very likely to go into archers, maybe start with an infantry opening, both to scout the map and to deal some early damage. I'd say that applies to Land Nomad as well. Whereas for Persians, I'd say your go-to is most definitely scouts here. Try to get an earlier feudal age than the opponent, as your TC will start working faster from the feudal age onwards. But then just go into food so you can collect resources needed. SmallF21 actually finds Papafufas location here, and Papafufas says thank you very much for sending me the goose. Scouting the areas here as well. Looks like a giant spider or octopus or something here on the minimap. And SmallF21 with some extensive scouting as well. So they're already gaining valuable knowledge on the map layout here. This boar is probably too far away to lure, but with a mill here, you could go for the hunt and the geese, and also wall in the villager to shoot the boar so that you could take the boar safely without looting villagers as well. Oh, that's a long lure, but it seems to be working out for SmallF21 here. Good timing as well. It's going to return to the TC about the time when the villagers finish the goose. Nice save of the villagers there, gets some consistent food income, and it's going to be the Mayans player up to the feudal age first here. 21 villagers against 19 would suggest that Papafufas may have had some idle time here. Has loom as well. And I'm just kidding around because it's indeed feudal age as well for Papafufas. Barracks going up, not unsurprisingly for Persians here. I'd say the follow-up will be scouts here. But what's it going to be for the Mayans here? Blacksmith and 3 on gold, heavy on food, 7 on wood. I mean, it would be justified to go just for 1 Eagle Scout here as well, just to scout the map even further. But with this early blacksmith, I'd say that an archery range would be a logical follow-up here as well. Or the market. SmallF21 apparently going for the fast cast leech here. Missing 400 food, but that's also about it. Is going heavily on the boar and yeah, hunt and geese here, and may be able to pull it off. Stable is up for Papafufas though, and assuming the damage can be dealt in time here, the scouts will prove good value here for Papafufas, but that implies that you need to get here and you need to find the enemy even to break in here. I like the idea of FC Eagles. Yes, I like it as well. It's the mobility is key on Land Nomad, especially if you know that the opponent is pretty close. They would not have to run that far for damage output. But from the investment of 7 on wood, heavily on food, yeah, it looks like Eagles setup here actually. Here comes another barracks as well. Cast on the way, obviously, for SmallF21 here. That's going to provide a good power spike. Look at this Spearman at ready as well. Seeing the uptime of the Persians, knowing that scouts may be coming, Papafufas will at the very least be able to gain some valuable scouting intel though. Sees 1 barracks, so we'll probably already be suspecting the Eagles. Then again, how do you handle Eagles efficiently with Persians if the mass of Eagles becomes threatening enough? You have longswords, but you have to take into those and you have to match the numbers, and that's not necessarily easy when you're still in the feudal age and lacking quite a bit to get there. Cast stage is in. Eagles running out immediately, are they? Surely you'd wait for Eagle Warrior upgrade first. Let's look at the eco setup here. Going to be 6 Eagle Scouts. Yeah, I mean, if these become Eagle Warriors, this could be a really short game, actually, because the damage output would be insane against the still very exposed eco of Papafufas here. Still in the feudal age. Best option. I'm not even sure if the best option would be Scouts or Men-at-Arms here, but you're one age behind and will struggle a lot to deal with this. Elite Eagle Warrior on the way, and look at this, walls will never go up in time. This is going to be devastating for Papafufas here. Great call by SmallF21 here to get these instant villager pickoffs. There's a weak one, at least one down there. Papafufas with the villager lead still in the feudal age on the way to the castle age, but we'll be losing so much now on the way up because the walls would never be able to complete in time. Castle age longswords are a lot more effective against castle age eagles than men-at-arms are against feudal eagles. Yeah, that's about the damage output, right? That the longsword has significantly higher attack and, for that matter, defense as well. Alright, that's 4 pickoffs already for SmallF21. Just looking at another one because that dude is weak. And another, maybe? Oh, this is so hurtful. Okay, nice save there by Papafufas. Saves that villager at 1 HP, I believe. Tries to escape here, but the eagles can just chase. Oh, nice quick wall. SmallF21 is underestimating his eagles. Yeah, it's still a Persian TC though. but yeah. Villagers running back in. Probably figured that escaping was not an option there. Let's see how many, yeah, TC arrows. Not dealing too that much damage here. Cast stage will kick in though. Will Papafufas be able to recover from this though? Look at the food and gold here. None on food, none on gold. No immediate access. Castle market adjustment make perfect sense here. Here comes the second defense for the Eagles as well, and the numbers are already very threatening as Papafufas will get these stables up. He could try and get some knights out, but he will never be able to get the numbers with this kind of eco. That's the issue here. I think we'll be looking at a quick GG here for the Persians player versus Mayans here now, and that's the curse of the random Sib pick and reverse, of course. Then again, for the third game, they will have hidden Sib free pick and will have a good chance to take revenge by picking home map and picking civilization. 33 to 28 now. It's actually reversed from earlier, this villager count. And still lots of idle time for Papafufas. The Eagles are running to try and snipe these villagers expanding. Spreading them out as well, that's going to improve the scouting intel. I'd like to see him leave 1 or 2 Eagles here as well, just to make sure that walls don't go up here. And Papafufas tries for a TC here, nice quick walls. May or may not keep the Eagles out here. I think the house walls will do fine here, yeah. Yeah, the current elo of the players is also showing up here in the score tab. But you could always use exclamation mark rank or exclamation mark elo to get to know the current rank and elo of the players. Even another villager going down here. It's Papafufas down to 25. Meanwhile, Mayans player is staying 1 TC here, but committing obviously to even more army. Third barracks going up here now. And you don't really need that much food to sustain Eagles. It's mainly about gold, and with 15 on gold you could have a steady flow of Eagle Warriors here and just never allow Papafufas to work here. 38 to 21 villagers is just ridiculous. Very strong Castle Age play here by SmallF21 with the straight fast Castle Eagles. Idles this TC, idles this TC. Probably expecting a quick GG here and could again target some weak villagers here, maybe get a kill. Okay, nice garrison there, saves that one, but if you block some here, it's still so much idle time. Look at the idles, 22 villagers, 19 idles. There's no way for Papafufas to bring in economy here. He is also lacking stone, otherwise could go for another town center somewhere. But that's not an option given the current eco balance, and Eagles just being so freaking annoying here. Okay, not idling this TC anymore, but look at the villager numbers here. 42 to 24 here, 25 population against almost 60, 17 to 1 military. There shouldn't be any way back from Papafufas from this. But we should also not underestimate the Persians' boom as well. If Papafufas can somehow get to another town center here with this extra stone, place it somewhere outside of the Eagles' attacks, then it's an option to get back, but unsurprisingly, after this kind of forward from the Mayans player, Papafufas calls the GG, and it's going to be a 1-1 here. 20-10 KD. I think that's almost exclusively villagers for Papafufas, unfortunately. Eco lead for the Mayans, never touched eco at home. Castle Age obviously paying off the faster one here. Scouts not paying up for Papafufas, but that's all comes down to the starting position and the wall ability here within the woodlands. So SmallF21 got maybe a little bit lucky in that sense to have a section that was that easily walled off between the woodlands. Villager high, obviously, as well, never being touched at home, and the military numbers speak for themselves here.